Go, Misfortune Gangplank, part 21 of the old lore that is already probably irrelevant. Let's go. I said, let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tyron here, once again, bringing you another episode of Lore League of Legends.
Let's go.
We're leaving Demacia for the moment and heading into the home of the fierce, greedy pirates, Bilgewater.
Fierce.
This means they'll talk
greedy
about Gangplank, the
pirates.
Saltwater Scourge, and Miss Sarah
That's
Fortune.
a bit too
the
bright,
bounty
isn't
hunter.
it?
Enjoy.
For
For the people of Bilgewater, money means a lot. When the population of the Blue Flame Island had started to grow rapidly, the island itself was unable to provide food for everyone.
Okay.
That has led to rapid growth of trade. The calm sea had been crowded with multiple trading vessels, transporting resources over to the mainland. The Bilgewater itself was a vital trading post for many sailors. Many nations would just accept the fact as a result of advancement, but that was not the case with the people of Bilgewater. For them, it was an opportunity. Trade vessels were rarely protected, and because of that, they were an easy goal for pirates of all sorts. This caused a rapid growth of the city. In such environments, owning a ship was a clear sign of one's status and wealth. Many sailors had struggled for their whole lives and failed in the end. Young Sarah Fortune, however, certainly knew her way. At the age of 16, she had become famous for her talent with solving difficult cases that no one else
Wait, was her name Sarah Fortune?
whole lives and failed in the end. Young Sarah Fortune,
Sarah
however, certainly
Fortune, look
knew
at
her
that
way.
shit.
At the age of 16, she had become famous for her talent.
This is not Sarah Fortune. This is, well, I'm sure they don't change names. But this is Miss Jessica Rabbit, okay? She should be Jessica Fortune, first of all. And let's be real, she should have a Jessica Rabbit skin. If we're honest, okay? Let's be honest, okay? It's Jessica Rabbit, you know. Where is it? Where is it? Where? Tell me this is not her. Tell me this isn't Misfortune. Come on. Tell me it's not Misfortune. Look. The one eye covering... Where is it? The one eye covering red hair. The one eye... Come on. Big eyes. Right? The eyebrow. The big eye. The big eye. The curvaceousness. Right? Like, come on. Come on. Tell me it's not her. You know? Even has, like, something similar to, like, the sleeve here. With a thing that comes off, like, the forearm. Like, it's Jessica Rabbit. We all know it. And she should have a Jessica Rabbit skin.
No one else
but I'm pretty sure it's copyrighted. So it's like they can't really go for it. Kind of like they had the... Didn't they have a Lucian soccer skin that was sued by the soccer player or something like that? The Brazilian soccer player? Secret Agent Misfortune skin. Wait. Enough said. It's like they have the skin. They have it.
touch.
Oh my
A
god.
combination of her beauty, charm, and marksmanship have etched a name for her as a legend amongst bounty hunters.
They have the skin.
Not long after starting her career,
I don't know why I'm even surprised. It's like, yeah. Wait. I'm surprised.
Sarah could afford to buy her own ship and a loyal crew.
Cringing
that
at
would follow her
myself.
even into oblivion. This has been achieved not only by the money and misfortune had been paying to everyone, but also her flirtatious attitude. She would often leave her crew members with just a little bit of hope to get closer with their captain, and so she was easily able to manipulate them.
Bro. First of all, it's a good tactic. Second of all, simps. Third of all, she's a thought.
Not so fortunately, though. A few months after acquiring her own vessel, piracy on the seas surrounding the Blue Flame Island had increased vastly. It was not a problem for her ship, as it was armed enough to defend itself. However, presence of pirates on the seas had increased numbers of crimes committed on the island as well. When Sarah returned home one day, she had found the doors to her house cracked open, with her mother laying dead on the ground, drowning in her own blood. Driven by fury, she rushed into the house, and had been knocked unconscious before even realizing what had happened. The last thing that she could see were the red eyes of her attacker and face covered in a bandana.
Bandana.
Since that moment, Miss Fortune had developed a passionate hatred for pirates and people alike to them. She had stopped chasing after every bounty she was offered, instead focusing on chasing pirates down, hoping to find the one that had murdered her mother. With her natural charm, she's managed to get many captains on her side, making her not only a famous pirate hunter but also a political figure of sorts, which was not an easy job when you talk about a city-state like Bilgewater. One of her main political opponents is Gangplank, one of the few captains who still resists her seductions.
Okay. Now I forgot to mention this because it's been a few videos since. How are these characters... Like, Vayne I understand. Ish, kinda. But Fiora, Miss Fortune... like, we covered multiple characters since then, right? Where is it? Jarvan, Darius, Traven, let's see. I can go with Warwick and okay, yeah. How are these people competing with something like a Varus, who basically kind of like sold his soul to the devil for power? Like, how are they competing with like something like that? I'm not even talking about like the demigods here or like the deities and all that shit. Like, how is a pirate competing with those guys? Like, oh, she found like an ancient treasure deep down in the water and gave her more power. Like, she's using guns. Come on.
Surprisingly enough, despite many differences, Miss Fortune and Gangplank agree on many things, as they both want to see Bilgewater grow into one strong and unified nation. They do not seem to agree on the methods that should be used, though.
This tentacle lover.
The conflict doesn't seem to
Tentacle
get
hentai lover.
as Miss Fortune has many followers amongst captains, but Gangplank is a legend amongst all the Sea Dogs, and as such, he can't be ignored.
Gangplank killed her mother and knocked her out because she was threatening his legendary status. So he needed to shut her down.
Being a son of a dead pirate captain, Vincent the Shadow, he was always brought up in a harsh, brutal way. His father was always feared and respected. He'd owned his own fleet of pirate ships. He was also the wealthiest captain on the seas surrounding Valoran. Not many have been brave enough to stand up against the man, not with his reputation. Some say that he was able to summon dark forces and bend them to his will. Is any of that true? It's rather difficult to say.
Probably too many barrels.
Many would expect Gangplank to be raised up in luxury, but that is not something very common in pirate culture. Even the fact that Vincent acknowledged existence of his son was something that not just everyone could expect. His son was sailing with Vincent on the same ship.
His name is Vincent? Oh my god. Vincent Gangplank. I don't know, man. He looks more like a Rob to me. Rob Gangplank. Robert Gangplank. Last name Vincent. No wonder he just goes by Gangplank. Imagine all the champions would actually use their first and last name. It's like Cassadin. Oh, John Cassadin. Welcome, John Cassadin. Timmy Gangplank. Timmy Gangplank. Oh god, the names. Vincent.
Just like one of the crew members.
Now, this guy's like Vinny. Vinny Gangplank. He's a mobster.
Sometimes even more harsh than that. Gangplank was supposed to grow to be a tough man, an even tougher captain, and Vincent would not hold back to achieve his goal.
Not with this skin, he wasn't.
As he grew, Gangplank was gaining more and more reputation, that he'd been often compared to that of his father, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Vincent wanted his son to show no mercy.
Dude, stop calling him Vincent, man. Just stop, just call him Gangplank. I can't. Why are you calling him Vincent?
No compassion.
It's like, I bet he's calling him Vincent to make sure that the watcher is paying attention. So it's like, you know who he's talking about. It's like, if you miss that his name is Vincent, you're like, who? What? Vincent? Who are you talking about?
Bring up a good man, he wanted Gangplank to become a ruthless captain, God. And he got his wish. When Gangplank shoved a grog-soaked cutlass between his ribs, some of the crew members even say that the old man died with a smile on his face.
Commander Gangplank.
Claiming the
That's probably
flagship.
This is by far my favorite Gangplank skin, and I think this should be his default skin. That is such a badass skin.
father, the Deadpool.
Vincent is his dad,
Gangplank
I
was
think.
intended to continue his father's work.
No, I feel like... Because he keeps saying Vincent when he refers to Gangplank. Because he said, like, he was hoping Vincent would be... Let's see, let's hear it again.
His son was something that not just everyone could expect. His son was sailing with Vincent on the same ship, and he was treated just like one of the crew members. Sometimes, even more harsh than that.
Yeah, Vincent was treated like one of the crew members, sometimes even harsher than that. I believe he was treated harsher by his father, right? Because he was on the...
Gangplank was supposed to grow to be a tough man, an even tougher captain, and Vincent would not hold back.
Oh,
to
never
achieve
mind,
his
you're
goal.
right, you're right, you're right.
As he grew, Gangplank was gaining more and more reputation.
Okay, never mind. Thank
that he
God,
didn't
man,
often
his name is
compare to
not
that of his
Vincent.
father, and rightfully so. Vincent wanted his son to show no mercy.
Okay, Vincent
no
is his
compassion.
father. Okay,
He didn't
alright.
want to bring up
Thank
a good
the
man who
Lord
wanted
it's not
Gangplank
Vincent
to become a
Gangplank.
ruthless captain,
Vini
and he
over
got his
here.
wish. When Gangplank shoved a grog-soaked cutlass between his ribs, some of the crew members even say that the old man died with a smile on his face. Claiming the flagship of his father, the Deadpool, Gangplank was intended to continue his father's work, terrorizing the seas of Valor and gathering treasure that he could later use to secure his future. His plans were, however, interrupted by the creation of the League of Legends.
Is that Misfortune in the background? I think it's Misfortune in the background. Who's that then? Some random dude?
With Bilgewater accepted into the League, its seas were now protected by the Summoners, and as such were too dangerous to work in. That had caused Gangplank to move towards politics, where he wanted to use his reputation to gain significance. He had
Bro. That is not his chest hair. That hair is coming from somewhere else. This is not his chest hair. Damn, bro. Gotta shave some. It's like...
He has volunteered as a champion and representative of the city-state, quickly joining the League alongside his long-time opposition, Misfortune.
bro.
Presence on the field of justice has allowed him to not only boost his reputation further. It is said that Gangplank is revered enough to be able to claim title of the Pirate King, and it's only a matter of time before he does just that.
Well, he just needs to find One Piece and then he'll be the Pirate King.
And once again, that's all we've prepared for you this time around, but don't worry.
Again, like... It's cool and all, like the story is cool, but like, bro, how is he competing with like... With something like a Nasus, who is like a guardian from another fucking planet. Who like guards like some library. How is he competing with Soraka, who's like a celestial being? I mean, he competes with her very easily, but it's like, man, Summoner doesn't make... Yeah, it really doesn't, like... It's so weird.
Worry, videos are being worked on all the time, and as always...
But at the
there'll be
same
annotation.
time, like... You can't just give them all, like, superpowers for, like, reasons unknown. Like, oh, he found an artifact in the water. Oh, she, like, stored treasure and there was, like... a Gomu Gomu no fruit in there, you know? It's like, yeah, obviously, like, you can't just do that, I get it, but at the same time, it just feels weird. Where you have, like, such beings in League of Legends, and it's like you have, well, he's a pirate. Yeah, he would be. If this was a card game, you know how, like, you collect champions in, like, let's say Summoner's War or whatever, and, like, you collect these champions, he would be, like, a 2-star compared to, like, Soraka would be probably a 4 or 5-star. Aurelian Soul is definitely a 5-star by default. You know, it's like, I would reroll 100%. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's like I summon you, Gangplank. Like, wait. What are you? A pirate? Summon him, like, unsummon, summon again. It's like, we don't want this guy. Oh my god, bro, yeah. Alright, that's it for Misfortune Gangplank.